Welcome to my spooky channel, and welcome back with another spooky unboxing video that I have for you here tonight. So I am super excited to share this video here on my channel because I've been waiting about a week or so to be doing this video on my channel, and now finally I am able to do it. So remember, everything on my channel is always spooky because it is always Halloween every day on my channel. So if you are a subscriber, thank you for showing the support. If you aren't, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video for more spooky content. So I am back with a unboxing video once again on my channel, and every little bit of a twist is always spooky. So I think we know where this video is going to be heading, because the first thing that I'm going to be reviewing before we get to the main attraction of this video is I am going to be reviewing a case that I've actually had for quite some time. And this is the Nightmare Before Christmas computer case. I actually got this on Amazon maybe like a year or 2 years ago, not exactly sure. But I'm actually going to put it into use, hopefully, if this actually fits inside of it. And I really like it. Obviously, you got Jack Skellington, you have Sally, you have Oogie Boogie, you have Lock, Shock, and Barrel, which I like that there, so I really like what they did with this. And then you have Spiral Hill, and then over here they added like a little like Christmas town, just like the movies, so they did half and half with that. Then in the back, they did nothing to the back, which I wish like they could have done something in the back of this, like continued more of the picture, but it's only a one-sided. And this is a laptop computer case. And the print is really nice. It looks like it would last. It looks like it's stitched in there, as you can see. And I don't even remember what I got this for. I think I might have gotten it for like $16. Not exactly sure on Amazon. But I am going to put it into use. If it does not fit in here, I do have a Halloween case on the bottom of my bed that I would use. Just in case it just doesn't fit in here. So there's always a backup. Which the case that I have right here as a backup is this Halloween case that I also have as well from Amazon that I got about a year ago as well. This looks like it's a bigger case compared to this one. If you actually look at both of them, it looks like this one is a little bit more wider and more higher than this one. So I feel like this might actually fit better in this. It might actually fit more snug in this one. Looks like it's got more room compared to the Nightmare one. But hey, I got options. It's either I could use the Halloween haunted house case or I could use the Nightmare case. So that's good that I have options. So now we're going to get on the main description of this video, because everything on my channel is spooky. So I do have these spooky laptop cases. But before we get to that and we finish that, let's get to the main attraction of this video. And this is the release date today, which some of us know, some may not know, of the new MacBook Air M4. So I actually had this pre-ordered for about a week now. I actually never had a MacBook before. I did have one, but I wanted to get the new MacBook Air, so I no longer have a MacBook, so I ended up upgrading to this one. So this is the new MacBook Air M4 that just released today. So I am super excited to share it today here on my spooky channel. So I did have this, like I said, I did have this pre-ordered from Apple, and then earlier, and then I think 2 days ago, they said that it was preparing to ship, and then earlier today I got the notification stating that my computer has officially shipped from FedEx, and I ended up getting it earlier today, so I wanted to do this unboxing video here on my channel today. So I'm super excited because I am a content creator. I do like to do a lot of YouTube and spooky stuff. By the way, I'm also filming on my iPhone 16 Pro Max as I'm filming this video with the new MacBook Air. So this is the M4 MacBook Air. They've had 3 of them. They had the MacBook Air M1, which came out back in 2020, which I actually did have that one in space gray, but then the battery broke and I was never able to replace it. So then after that, I haven't had a MacBook in a while. Then they also had the MacBook Air M2, which was the same looking box as this one, which had the M2 chip, which I believe came out in 2023, I believe. And then last year they came out with the MacBook Air M3 with the M3 chip, and now they came out with the MacBook Air M4. So I am super excited. Like I said, it's the release date of the MacBook Air M4. I'm super excited to share this video on release day today. I'm super excited that I got my hands on the new MacBook M4. I actually had an Apple gift card laying around with like $1,000 on it, so it actually ended up paying for the full amount of this. I think I had like something on it, 1,000 something, and it ended up paying for the whole device. So I'm super excited. So this comes in two different sizes. So you could get the 13-inch or the 15-inch. I got the 15-inch. I figured at first I was going to get the 13-inch for more portability wise. So if I wanted to bring it out on the go with me, it would be more easier to, hop on, or put it in my backpack. But then I decided with the extra money I had left over, I might as well just go with the 15-inch, which is the bigger screen. So this is obviously a larger box if I did end up going with the 13-inch. So I ended up getting the 15-inch. So before I pre-ordered it, I wanted to think about which one I wanted to get first, and I ended up going with the 15-inch over the 13-inch. So the 13-inch does retail for $999, so it's the same price as the M2. So it's $100 cheaper than the M3 from last year, which I don't know why. I think Apple is just, making it cheaper value than the M3, which is kind of crazy. And the 15-inch, which the one I have here, is $1,199. So it's $200 more for the 15-inch. It also comes in a new color. So the new M4 also has a new color, which is sky blue, which is new to the Apple lineup, which I took a look at that color, but you know me, everything is spooky, and I like my devices dark. So I looked at the color, it looked kind of bright. I really didn't catch my mind. I didn't really like the color at all. And then they also had it in, I believe, a scarlet. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And they also had it in silver, and then they also had it in midnight. So the midnight was the darkest color out of all four. And like I said, I love my devices in dark colors. So this is the darkest option that I could get it. And like I said, I didn't like the sky blue, which Apple did add it to the new colors for the M4 models. But I ended up just going with the midnight blue, the midnight color, since it's the darkest color out of all three of them. So I'm super excited to do this unboxing. And here is the box. So there's really not much to it. It is the MacBook Air, so this is a lot lighter than the MacBook Pro. And as you can see on the cover of the box, it just shows you a picture of the MacBook as it's open. So there's the bottom and there's the top. So they're showing it from a side angle. I feel like Apple should have did a little bit more with the packaging. I feel like they've done this a lot with the MacBook Airs. They just kept the packaging the same. I feel like they should have did something a little bit different with the M4, but that's just me being nitpicky. And then on the side, it does have your Apple logo. Now, remember, with the Apple products, whichever color that you decide to get, the color of the logo is the color of the computer. So since I got the midnight, it's a midnight color Apple logo. And then on the side, it does say MacBook Air. And like I said, I feel like they should have did like MacBook Air M4. They should have at least put on the box. Like I said, the Apple just kept the packaging original. Like they always do. They don't really change their packaging, I feel like. They kind of keep it the same. And then on the side right here, you got your Apple logo. And then in the back, you do have your Apple information. So let's take a look at it. So I did get the M4 MacBook Air. It's got 16 gigabytes of memory and 256 gigabytes of storage. So I ended up going with the 256 because it was the cheapest one. I believe they also had a 512, which was $399, so $1,399, and then they had the 1 terabyte, which is like $1,500. So the more storage you get, obviously you're going to pay a lot more for. I just stuck with the basic 256 gigabyte. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, in 2025, why is 256 gigabyte even an option, basically? But that is the cheapest option. Like I said, it does give you a lot of space and storage. But if you're going to be downloading a lot of things like me, 256 may last you quite some time, but not fully. It's also a 15-inch MacBook Air. So it's a 10-core CPU and 10-core GPU, a 15.3-inch diagonal liquid retina LED backlight display with True Tone technology. And then it also says that it is the midnight color in an M4 chip. So the M4 chip is Apple's latest chip, which I believe they're up to M5 on the MacBook Pros. So it looks like the MacBook Airs Haven't even gotten the M4s yet. So this is the M4. So this is so what Apple is claiming, that this is a 90% faster chip compared to the M1 MacBook Air back in 2020. So obviously this is going to run a lot more faster and a lot more smoother since it's got the M4 chip compared to the M1. So yeah, that's the M4 chip MacBook Air. This came out today. So this is release day. And when I pre-ordered it, it said it was going to come out the same exact day as release day, which is today. So I was unfortunate to get it. I was going to try to do a store pickup from Apple, but for some reason, when I pre-ordered it, it wasn't an option. They kind of said it wasn't available. It only said it was available for shipping to my house. So I ended up getting free shipping, and it arrived on release day. So everything kind of worked out. So here is the back of the box. So they don't put any more of the plastic on it. They still have these pull tabs, as that's what Apple's been doing with their devices. I kind of still like the saran wrap on the devices, but they got rid of it for some reason. They started doing it, I think, like 2 years ago. So we do have that. And let's take a look. I'm super excited. I'm going to be, playing a lot of games on this once I, install my Apple ID to it and connect it with my other devices. I'm going to be downloading a lot of games. I'm going to be watching Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, a lot of spooky stuff on this. I'm also going to be downloading the new Addams Family game as well, which I also have on my iPad and my iPhone. So I'm going to actually install it on my MacBook as well. If it's available on Mac, because some games that are available on your phone and iPad may not be compatible for your MacBook. So always look on the settings to see if it is compatible for your computer. So I'll definitely check that out in the App Store. And I'm also going to be watching a lot of, like I said, spooky stuff on here. I'm also a content creator. So the MacBook Air M4 is the way to go. So like I said, I ended up going with the 15-inch. I felt like the 13-inch, I just wanted to get full display out of everything. And like I said, I'm a content creator. So I feel like with the larger screen would definitely do a lot better for me. And I feel like watching movies with that bigger screen would definitely be a bigger difference. And they are saying that with the webcam and with the camera, you could shoot up to 3 different kind of cameras with the M4. So that's exactly what they're saying. And yes, the MacBook Airs are also a lot cheaper compared to the Pros. So if I ended up going with the MacBook Pro, it probably would cost me maybe $200 or $300 extra, which obviously the MacBook Pros obviously have more than the MacBook Airs, obviously. They are jam-packed with more stuff. It is a faster processor computer compared to the MacBook Air. But the MacBook Airs are definitely up there. I feel like a lot of people choose the Airs over the Pros just because the MacBook Airs have gotten so good over the years. And like I said, I'm super excited. So I'm super excited to unbox the new M4 MacBook Air that just got released today in the 15-inch midnight color. So without any further ado, let's unbox it. So like I said, I'm going to be using this all night tonight after I'm done setting it up. Shouldn't take me that long. I have to set up my Apple ID and everything like that. So as I unbox it, I'm going to be standing up just to get a better view at it. So here's the pull tabs. Like I said, I do also plan on keeping this box in as well. So obviously with Apple packages, they always end up staying great. So here we go. So obviously this is a bigger box since I got the 15-inch. If I got the 13-inch, the box would have been obviously a lot smaller. So it probably would have been like maybe this smaller since it's a smaller device. So it is a 15-inch. It's only available in 13 and 15. I know the MacBook Pros have a 16-inch, which those are large, by the way. And here are the pull tabs. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So I went with the midnight color, like I said, because that was the darkest color out of the bunch. And like I said, I like my devices in darker colors. I feel like they should have had a space black in the MacBook Airs, but they only have that available in the MacBook Pros. I don't know why. I feel like the MacBook Pros get their own color. I feel like they should have done that with the MacBook Airs. They should have added the space black. I definitely would have gotten space black over midnight. But like I said, midnight was the darkest color, so this was the only color that I wanted, obviously. And it's got that spooky midnight color to it, which we're about to check out in just a few moments. So here is the pull tab. So here we go right now. And hear that sound? That is satisfying. That is the sound of a new Apple device. And then we have the bottom here that we're also going to do as well. So we have this bottom half right here. Show you on camera as I pull the tab, just like that. All right, so let's take a look at the new MacBook Air M4 by Apple. Let's check it out. So the MacBook Airs are also a lot lighter as well. That's why it's called MacBook Air. So they are a lot lighter compared to the Pros, which have a little bit more thickness to it. So the MacBook Airs are definitely a lot lighter, which, like I said, the only MacBook Air I did have was the M1 back in 2020, and I love that computer so much. So hopefully the M4 could reach its expectations, because I do plan on having this computer for the next like 20 years, so it should last me a while. So I don't plan on ever upgrading ever again after this video. So as I lift open the box, trying to do it the best on camera here, here is the box. So put it to the side, and let's take a look at the device. So the computer is laying flat, so we are just going to pull it out and take a look at something else in just a moment. So put the computer to the side, and I could already tell it's super light in my hands. So let's take a look and see what we got inside the box. So the first thing we do get anytime you open an Apple product is you do get the Apple manual designed from Apple in California. So let's take a look at it. So it does say MacBook Air. This is like configuration settings on how to set up your MacBook Air. If you're not too sure about it, here are the settings. I might actually take a look at it if I actually do not know what I'm doing, but it's kind of self-explanatory. It just shows you the front-facing camera and the force keyboard. So it does have backlight, obviously, as it should for a MacBook Air. And then I'm trying to see if they actually include Apple stickers, which I'm pretty sure they do, unless they don't include it on the M4. So it does have MacBook Air. Once again, I am going to put this back inside the package when I'm looking at it. And I don't see... I think that's it. Yeah, there's nothing else in here. So it does look like they don't give you any Apple stickers, which is kind of shocking. I did see the MacBook M2 unboxing, and they did have the Apple stickers that were matched with the device. It looks like they completely got rid of the Apple sticker on the M4, which is a bummer. There's nothing else inside that package, unless I'm wrong. But no, I do not see it. So that is pretty crazy. So Apple eliminated the Apple stickers, which I don't really use anyway. It's not really that big of a deal, but it would have been nice to still have them. Anyway, not a big deal. So as we move forward, we do get our AC adapter. So this is a lot smaller compared to the one I had before. I feel like the one I had before was a lot bigger and fatter, which I have it on the bottom of my bed, which I'm not really going to, put it side by side. But this is definitely a lot smaller compared to the bigger one. So this is definitely a lot lighter. I don't know if the MacBook Airs just have these special chargers, unless the Pros have different ones, but this is definitely a lot lighter and smaller. So this is more compact to power on and plug in your wall. So that is really nice. I was really expecting like a large power adapter, but this is super small. So I really like this. So far, I like how they do this. I think the MacBook Airs probably have the lighter ones. So I'm actually going to tip off this tag here and put it inside. So I really like this adapter. It goes in and out as expected. So that's really cool. So that goes right in your wall. I'm pretty sure you could use this to charge your phone as well. But I really like that. I really like how that's a lot smaller. I remember the other ones, they were super big and they used to just fall out of the charger wall because they were just so heavy. This is like super light. So I really like this. So we got that. And then last but not least, we do have the braided cable. So I like this, what they did here. They matched the, so this is more of a braided charger. So they matched the color of the computer. So since I got the midnight, I got the midnight braid charger. So that looks really nice. I like how they did that. So whatever color you decided to choose, that will be the color of the charger. So like I said, since I went with the midnight, I got the midnight wire AC adapter. So that's a really nice touch, Apple. I like what they did there. Then you got the USB that plugs into your computer. And then this over here, I feel like, I don't know why this part's white. It kind of just like stands out a little bit. I feel like they should have made this like the same color as this, because it kind of looks out of place because you got like the midnight wire and then you got this white end here. I don't know why, but this obviously this part plugs into here, but they could have actually had this the same color as that. But again, not being nitpicky, it's the same color as the computer. So I like how they did that. That is really, really cool. So they gave you a midnight charging color of the wire. So that's all that's inside the box. And I'm about to show you something that I did not pick up with the pre-order, but I have had this. So this is just a special accessory that I picked up from Apple. It's a USB-C to digital AV. So you just plug this into your computer and you could actually watch YouTube on your TV or do whatever you got to do. Not really a thing that you don't have to have, but I feel like it's cool to have. If you're a content creator like me, this will really come in handy. So it definitely shows you how to do it. Obviously, I think I got this for $70 like 2 years ago, and I never even opened it yet. So I am going to utilize this on the MacBook Air. So I just wanted to show you that as well. You don't have to pick that up, but it's also a special device to pick up if as needed. So now, without any further ado, let's take a look at the MacBook Air M4. So that's what we're here on this video to check out the MacBook Air M4. So here we go. As I'm touching it right now, let's actually put the pull tabs inside and let's take a look at the MacBook Air. So already off the bat, I'm already feeling lighter on this computer. So let me just sit down here as I show this and let's take a look at the computer itself. I'm super excited. It definitely feels a lot lighter, definitely. And that's exactly what the name of the computer, the MacBook Air. I mean, it's definitely a lot lighter. So as I pull off this, I don't want to rip this, just in case I do want to like travel with this and repackage it for whatever reason. So I am going to be very gentle as I unbox this. And let's take a look at the midnight color. So let's put it to the side for just a second. Put the box to the side on this video for just a moment. And let's take a look at the midnight color. So I already love the color. It's got that nice like dark color to it. So it kind of looks like a blue from this angle. So if you actually look at it, I apologize for the glare there, but it does look like a very dark, deep blue, and it looks very shiny. Now, this is not a new color by Apple. They've had this since the MacBook Air M2, and a lot of people complained about this color because they said it did involve a lot of fingerprints. They did say the midnight color did leave a lot of fingerprints. It did get smudgy very easily, but I think Apple ended up fixing that on the M3s, and they made it less fingerprint effective. And I think now with the M4, as I'm touching it, I'm not really seeing too many fingerprints on it. So I feel like Apple took care of that problem. So I think they added like a different shield on the top of this where it doesn't leave that much fingerprints. But I really do like actually I am seeing a little bit of it, but it's not too bad. But I definitely really do like the midnight. I really like this color. Like I said, it's not a black, but it's more of like a darker blue. So I guess they're just calling it midnight because of the color. Like I said, it's not really black, it's more blue. So this is the 15-inch, and like I said, it looks really, really big just from that angle. And it is super light. It really is super light. So that's what I love. I love how it's a big computer, and I also love how it's also super light. So let's open it up here. Now, the MacBook is going to start booting up once you open up the screen, obviously, but I'm going to be setting that up later. But obviously as well, I do want to show you the inside of the computer. So as we open it up, you are going to hear that sound as expected. And we are going to pull this little thing right off of it here. So it's greeting me with the Apple logo as it's already saying to start me. And I'm looking at this, and this is massive. I mean, look at this keyboard on this MacBook Air M4. I mean, this is the 15-inch. So obviously you're going to get a bigger keyboard on the bottom of this computer, and then you got that large screen. So it looks like they still kept the notch up top. So nothing has really changed with the MacBook Air. It looks exactly the same as the M2 and the M3. They just ended up just putting the M4 chip in there. So really, if you're coming from the M2 or the M3, there is really no point of upgrading to the M4. I mean, you're just going to get the faster chip with the M4. So I really feel like it's not worth upgrading if you have the M2 or the M4. So if you do have that, it's not worth upgrading it. But if you don't have a MacBook Air, or if you're coming from the MacBook Air M1, then yes, the M4 is definitely worth the upgrade. So let's take a look at this one more time. It is super light, like I said, and there is the keyboard. I really love the midnight color. I think it looks super sleek. I mean, like I said, out of all the other color options, I wasn't too crazy about the color options. Like I said, they had starlight, they had silver, they had the new sky blue. Those colors did not interest me at all. But I definitely do like the midnight. I think it looks really, really nice. I feel like it's going to stay clean over time. I am noticing, though, that it is getting a little bit of fingerprints on it. And I've only, like, trying not to touch it, but you could see a little fingerprints up top there. It's not so bad, but like I said, with the midnight, you are going to be noticing some fingerprints on top of it. But like I said, I think it's definitely a lot more less noticeable now on the M4 than it was on the M2. So I'm about to boot this up in just a few moments, but I'm super excited to share the MacBook Air M4. If you guys have a chance to get it, pick it up if you can. Like I said, it beats any price. Apple is leaving it at the same price as the M2, which is kind of crazy. It's cheaper than the M3, so if you're going to go with the M3, do not just get the M4. It's the same price. I don't know why they made it $100 cheaper than the M3. And I feel like over time, they're just going to probably discontinue the M3 because of the price that's the same. Or the M2s are going to be off the shelves as well, since it's also the same price as the M4. So that is the MacBook Air M4. Leave your comments down in the comment section below if you guys have picked it up, if you're thinking about picking it up, if you're trying to get a MacBook. Now I could add this to my Apple products with my, iPhone 16e, my iPhone 16 Pro Max, my iPad 11th generation, and now, and it's talking to me, and now I could add the MacBook to my Apple collection. So I'm happy to have it as my video collection. And she's talking to me right now. She wants me to set it up. She's getting impatient. So I'm about to set up this one right here. And there's the bottom of the computer if you were wondering. So thank you guys for watching. I will be back on my channel once again. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video for you spooky fans. And always remember, stay spooky with the Midnight MacBook Air M4. Thanks for watching. Stay spooky, everyone.